Hey y'all, welcome back to Scorp Tarot. I just wanted to drop in for a quick little what's up. And I wanted to say this for those who are chosen ones that are online sharing a message to, I'll say it this way for those of you all who are called by the Most High, called by a higher power to come forth and share messages to the collective. Whether you do it, well, most of us, we do it online, and we use different media platforms to do so. Now, I don't know about some of you, Divine, but as for me, I am not much. I could do without having to come on here and share a message. Even though I have met my platform, this Scorp Tarot platform, is over, it's coming up on, I think, 10 years old. So I've been doing this for a good little minute now. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. And even before I got my Scorp Tarot platform, I was doing this in my own way in a, one-on-one setting platform in my real life is basically what I'm saying. But what I want to say is for those of us who don't do it, who don't come online to get the views, who don't come online to make a name for ourselves, we don't even really care for this online space. And like I said, there are some good people that I have met on here, and there's some good people that take what the messages that I bring forth and they apply, maybe something I say. And like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. So there's nothing necessary original that I'm saying, but I say it in my original, very eclectic, I would call it that, eclectic way. But like I said, there's nothing new under the sun, so I'm not saying anything that's necessarily so prolific, and the information doesn't even belong to me. I'm just the messenger. But I have noticed this. Some of us who have smaller channels, I'll say it that way, um, I think possibly that there are some of these larger channels that look at our stuff, because the one thing about YouTube and social media outlets is things are time and date stamped. And just as a casual observer, I have noticed that I talk about a certain issue, and like I said, I'm just a casual observer. I just pay attention to little things, little details, and things like that. But I noticed that I'll make a video about a subject, and like I said, I do so in my own eclectic way, where I may bring statistics to the table. I made a video a few weeks ago in regards to STDs and how healthcare professionals were sounding the alarm that young people are, there are a lot of more cases with young people that are contracting SUVs. And then this past week, I see like on major channels that have like million subscribers, a few 100,000 subscribers, they're reporting, and I saw this multiple times, not just one time where it's a coincidence, but I saw this multiple times where these channels, and now that I think about it, all the channels have men. That's right. And I'm not gonna name them, but all of them have men that the channels belong to, or the channels were created by. And the men are in front of the camera, giving their spiel. But all three of the ones I'm thinking of, they're men. But anywho, so the channels have hundred thousands of views, and my channel, it has a few views. And I don't come on here communicating messages to get a lot of views. I was shocked. I didn't even really want to do this. Like, I would prefer to be on my farm, in my garden, growing my own food, tending to my own animals, minding my business, running my business. I would prefer to be doing that. But the Most High Mother and Father understands that may be something that I have to say, or that my voice is needed. So at the moment, I am, moving around and doing this social media thing right now. So, which is fine, because that's the season, and it's cool. But I just know that these larger channels watch our videos. They get inspiration from us, and they take note of what we do and how we do it, and they copy it. And like I said, there's nothing new that I'm saying. There's nothing new under the sun. But if you're going to do that, then don't then try to shadow ban the smaller YouTubers, the smaller streamers, when you are copying their style, their swag, and how they do things, and the subjects that they talk about. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody. There's nothing wrong with being motivated to talk about a similar subject that someone else talks about. There's nothing wrong with that. But to copy and then also try to shadow ban the smaller channel that is the originator of what you are then copying, that's kind of whack. Don't do that. But yeah, that's what I want to say to those chosen ones that have channels that are small and you may not get the numbers. But you're not even trying to get the numbers. You're not even really watching it like that. But you can see some shadiness as it occurs or when it occurs. Just keep going. Because as long as our messages get to at least one person and change maybe one person's life, that is really what it's all about. That's really what a lot of us are looking for. So keep going. That's what I want to say. And be careful, though. I will say that because I know in my own case, there was a whole channel. Like, I didn't even know that how important what I was saying really was. Several months ago, I found out there was a channel that was like screen recording back in the day when I used to do my readings, like every month for every zodiac sign. They would take my videos, screen record it, and post it on a whole new channel with my channel's name and everything, and my complete video, and it was a monetized channel. So I'm like, and like I said, I didn't even know these people was doing this. I didn't even know like to look for someone being so bold and weird. Like, why would you do that? Why would you take someone's you know video, screen record it, and then create a whole new channel using only their video in full context? But people do that. People steal. And that's just what it is. You protect your intellectual property, both in the physical and in the spiritual. That's what I would say. And I flagged that channel, by the way. But yeah, so chosen ones, even though you may not get the number count on as far as views on YouTube, realize these low vibrational individuals, they are always watching. They are always copying. They are always attempting to bite your style, steal your swag. They are. It doesn't matter if you have, 100 views. They 10 views. If you are connected to the Most High, connected to the source, they are going to find your channel. And if you are speaking on something that is if you are speaking on something that is important for as far as in current events and things like that, they're gonna copy. Yeah, so just get ready for it. But anyway, you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm just doing a quick little check-in, and I want to say enjoy your weekend. All right, y'all, take care. Namaste.